Perfidious Pete here, back for more Shakespearean shenanigans out on the sordid stage of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked. I've really been digging the Crimson Court DLC so far, and I'm eager to get back out there and strut and fret my hour upon the stage, baby. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that's because you're a poor player, Pete. Yes, very funny, internet. And also, thanks for making me preempt you on that joke. You guys can't be jerks. You know, just because I'm the kid in class who makes fun of himself before you can do it, doesn't mean that I actually think it's funny. Just because I'm cutting myself down to cut you off at the pass, you know, it's because I have esteem issues. I'm just like little Robbie Wilson, who back in 5th grade, you know, his self-mockery, it was actually a defense mechanism. What I really need is for you guys to be reaching out with a little kindness and understanding, and maybe, you know, a little boost to help inflate my sense of self-worth. Maybe what I really need, huh, internet? Maybe what I really need is just a hug. You ever think about that? Probably, and I'm not gonna get it, because, you know, also Darkest Dungeon really isn't the type that gives hugs. And also, I don't want a hug from you either, internet. You know why? Because even if you offer, frankly, you don't know me like that, and the kind of people who offer strangers hugs, they sort of freak me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of creeps me out. You don't know where that person's been, and hey, if you hug that person, you are basically hugging everyone else they have ever hugged. And I'm not down with that. I don't want to be the kind of person who hugged Hitler. You're like, Pete, how does that even, I don't understand. Hey, if you hug someone and you hug everyone else they have ever hugged, that's a transitive property, man. What if you could wind up hugging Hitler? Let's say, Hitler probably hugged Eva Braun, and Eva Braun probably hugged her sister. Actually, I think she had 2 sisters. So sisters had kids, they probably hugged them. Those kids have grown up, they've hugged other people. The hugging, man, it's just a chain of hugs that goes all the way down. Basically, if you ever hugged anyone, you've hugged every person in the entire world. Transitive property, that's how it works. Hugs are pretty ubiquitous, they go around like that. Is that how it works with the whole, if you sleep with one person, you've slept with everyone they've ever slept with? Basically, what they're saying is if you've ever had sex with anyone who's had sex with more than one partner, you've had sex with everyone in the entire world? I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that. Maybe my hug analogy falls apart. Maybe we should also go do this medium-length mission, because the Chirurgeon's Charm is really good. Also has portraits, which we need. Medium-length mission. I've already got my team lined up here. We're taking in the Witch Hunters. Mostly because we're just looking for an excuse to get Perdita and Lady Macbeth cranked up to veteran status. So let's get down here. We're going to unequip all of our trinkets. Not that we have an abundance of trinkets. Trinkets are actually one of the things I'm sort of eager to get my hands on. We might as well give the leper this because he can use it. Blight skill, that's going to go on Lady Macbeth, so let's just go ahead and plop that in. Bonus range skills, we don't really have anybody who's doing anything with range right now. Bonus 10% blight skill chance, I mean, sure, why not? Oh, because, you know, why not? We got the Plague Doctor's Dissection Kit, which actually has a better blight skill chance and bonus stun skill chance, and it just gives them bonus bleed skill chance. Also gives them plus 25% damage, which is pretty good. Wow, that trinket is actually freaking amazing. We should be using that more. Light stone, move stone, I mean, gives us bonus for move chances. What are we looking for here for Falstaff? I mean, a speed stone, I suppose, won't hurt. Bonus protection at -1 speed. You know, we'll just pick up a little extra protection, balance that bonus. Move skill resist, always useful. And maybe just we should probably go for the Vestal's Haste Chalice. That's pretty good. I'd really rather give her something that has bonus to healing, but we don't really have anything to it. We could give her bonus accuracy to her range skills at the penalty of 2 dodge, and she does have some range skills. Yeah, that's more useful than, yeah, let's do that. We're taking a tiny penalty to dodge, but that really feels like it's going to be more useful than an extra move resist, because that'll make sure our holy lights here, or our judgments rather, we can make sure those hit, because it is a ranged attack. That'll do. Let's provision. Down we go. Chirurgeon's Charm, we're going to get our first thing that gives us, I think that may be our first trinket that gives us an actual bonus to healing skills. We get a medium-length mission, so let's take 2 full stacks of food, probably overspending a little. 4 shovels. Let's grab a couple bandages, 1 medicinal herb. Let's get another dose of anti-venom. Give me a key. We got a holy water, which is probably enough. Let's take 2 full stacks of torches. 2 full stacks of torches seems good. And off we go. Don't hug Pete. If you hug me, you've hugged the entire world. You don't know where I've been or who I've hugged. Although if the transitive property thing holds true, I mean, literally, I have given a hug in my life, so I've hugged everyone ever.
Quickly down there in the dark.
100% of room battles, which means we're going to have to effectively go everywhere in the entire world. That's suboptimal, but it is what it is. Starting off with a little bit of extra bonus gold and some bonus food. Let's drop a train on this maggot. See, there's our range skill accuracy already paying some dividends. Our leper's going to get yacked on. Alright, 10 stress, not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and make sure this guy dies, because I don't want to take another stress attack, and more importantly, I don't want to get hit with whatever disease that dude might have. It's the hugging thing coming back full circle. I don't know who that man has hugged. I don't want to be hugged. If I don't know who you've hugged, don't hug me. Actually, if you've ever hugged anyone other than me, I'm going to have to put the kibosh on the whole hug thing. I'm sorry. How are we doing on stress? 28, 23, 30. Okay, so let's do... We don't really need damage out of you because Lear is going to mop those guys up on his next go-around. Let's take the stress relief. Here, let's go for the battlefield bandage. Get rid of that bleed. The pigman's going to drop dead on the start of his turn. We'll get 4 damage out of Perdita. We don't really need any healing out of her. We're just trying to set it up for our leper. Take a little rend for the old gods. All right, 4 damage, no big deal. Managed to resist all of the blowback. Another rend for the old gods. Yeah, we didn't resist the blowback on that one, so a little less optimal, but let's go ahead and kill these guys. Alternatively, we could do that.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Well, hey, you know what? It's going to work out. Little chance for Perdita to throw a big heal at our boy the leper, and you can finish this guy off, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and hit him with the old Noxious Blast, and there we go.
No quarter.
Problem solved. Sweet, we got deeds out of that. That is beautiful. Also, Lady Macbeth, why are your skills messed up? The skills go in that order, Lady M. Do we have anybody? I guess it doesn't really matter who touches this sack. It's sort of like me. It doesn't really matter who touches your sack. If you've touched one sack, you've touched every sack that sack has ever touched. That's how that was. It's just, you know, I'm finding this whole transitive property of touching things actually to be pretty disconcerting. Because it basically means if you've ever interacted in any capacity with any of your fellow human beings, you've interacted with literally everyone on the planet. Just because somebody had sex once, doesn't mean they, you know, they haven't got it on with the other 7.5 billion people on the planet.
Efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use a bandage on that because we're bleeding rather profusely, and that's a little more than I'm comfortable with. Empty room, beautiful. The scouting is very nice. It's about time too. It's good to scout. Never touch books. Could anybody on this team disarm a trap? I mean, okay, Lady Macbeth is alright at it. There she goes. Out damn spot, also out damn trap. Little hunger prompt, nothing to fear. We got the light. We're working. The team is moving. They're gelling. They're exploring like Fernando Magellan himself. We don't have to go this way. Is this hallway battle worth 2 curios? In previous editions of Darkest Dungeon, I actually would have said a resounding and emphatic and heartfelt no. But since they added some of the updates, you can get drops from hallway battles now that have really, really good cash outputs. It's basically you get in a hallway fight, and as a reward for doing that hallway fight, you get a bunch of extra money. Like Jejune tapestries are one of the things that I know you can get your hands on with pretty good reliability. And it just sort of seems like it's a worthwhile endeavor. We need to get 2 damage on that guy before his next turn. Man, Falstaff is getting racked up, though. Good chop with that.
Executed with impunity.
Nicely done. Falstaff, I kind of want to...
Surgical precision.
Wayne June has critical messages now, though. That's so good. Well, that guy's definitely dead. Light's gonna stick, and hey, bonus heal. Fantastic. Couldn't have gone. The only way this could go better is if Falstaff had beaten that man on the speed roll, and we could have got another free round of stress relief. It's really the only way it could have gone more ideally.
So too will resistance.
All right, we'll burst. We're gonna grab ourselves an unburned torch. Let's go ahead and poke around in this sack full of stuff. Cray's empty. We made it to our room. That's the end of the hallway. Now we gotta backtrack. Let's double back in. On the plus side, double back. They did actually change the way some of the light mechanics function. You don't use very much light when you're covering ground you've already covered. Apparently, the hunger prompts still come back to bite you in the ass, though. Delightful. We never want to touch books because books are evil, and we really need to get a Ray Bradbury-style burning crew in here to take care of that. The sad thing is, the Darkest Dungeon, you actually can't even burn books. Burning books is also bad. I'm confused, Darkest Dungeon. What is actually your opinion on books? Touching books and reading books is almost invariably always bad, so you're clearly not proponents of like a strong literary culture. But also, burning books is bad. I can't burn the books, I can't read the books, what the hell am I supposed to do with them? Use them to shimmy up the short leg of the coffee table? How many books do you possibly need for that task? Probably not even one, unless your coffee table is just horrifically out of balance.
And baubles, paid for in blood.
See, more books and we can't do anything with them. We just gotta leave them lying there. We forgot to burn our torch though, and now we're fighting a bunch of crazy pigmen in the dark. This is real bad. If we get hit by critical vomits, we're gonna be in some trouble. We need a stun. Well, the vomit didn't critical, but we did pick up 14 stress. Don't critical. Actually, that's fine. Just flat out miss is good. Yeah. The hook where it hurts is really gonna fuck us up, because those are gonna probably double back-to-back critical, and that's extraordinarily bad for us. We could have gone for the stun there, but both of those units have already... Yep. Alright, well, we didn't get the back-to-back critical, but Lady Macbeth has seen better days. She's also got quite a bit of stress. I think we have to kill you.
Annihilated.
Honestly, our leper probably could have taken care of that job, but 2 of our 4 foes have been long time defeated. Long time the manxome foe we fought, and then it, took a whole round. That's a long time to fight a manxome foe. Leper's taking a hook where it hurts. Didn't critical, thankfully, and let's go ahead and just purge these corpses.
A powerful blow.
Push these guys to the front where we can make sure and get at them. We definitely got to go big heal here. Perfect timing from Perdita with the big knock. Oh, that was good. Enjoy some fatal damage then, Pigman. You're not gonna, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I am gonna give this guy another opportunity to hook us where, oh, never mind, he's dead. Oh, they're both dead. Well, I mean, I gave you a chance there. Accuracy stone. That's new and also good. Why don't you actually put that on? The rest of this stuff we just want to take. Well, we don't need a journal page. Let's get rid of that. Jade or Onyx? Onyx is more valuable. Is there anything else I kind of don't want around? The rest of the stuff? Theoretically, we could deep the key. Possibly the anti-venom too. You know what? I'd rather have the gold than the anti-venom. Pete, you just threw away more gold than anti-venom. Yes, I'm aware. Suboptimal play strategy. Thank you for criticizing my every move. This is why I self-mock, by the way. It's behavior like that's what forces me to engage in my self-mocking behavior. I'm just trying to cut it off at the pass, man. Words can hurt, Crate is empty. Another fight. I really got to start monitoring my light level. Fortunately, we got lucky and got the surprise round off here. So, even with the bonus accuracy, Perdita can't manage to land. Those guys really do have a very high dodge. Let's see if we can get the stun off. That's beautiful. Well, we got the stun, but it didn't ultimately matter because we can't hit shit. Perfect. On the plus side, at least we're only going to take 1 doom save from these guys because we are going to focus on killing them, basically to the exclusion of all else. Nice dodge from Lady M. Comes the power vomit. Oh, good. It critical. Now we have vampiric spirits. What the hell does that do? Here comes the shitload of stress from the doomsay. What does vampiric spirits do? Big penalty to debuff resist. I mean, alright. I don't really endorse it, but I also can't really do anything about it. We still don't have fatal damage on that guy. We're gonna have to come up with another way to hit him. We also don't have fatal damage on the pig man. Or we're getting shafted, actually, is what we're getting. We're getting fucking shanked here. Both in a figurative and literal sense, in that these pigs are also literally shanking us. Can this do 7 damage? It could. Does it do at least 3 damage? It does. Go ahead and Jacques here. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Didn't kill the corpse. And the other guy dodged it, and thus is still alive. Yeah, I know, stress is becoming a problem. You guys don't need to throw barks at me about it. I'm working the problem as best I can. Granted, I'm a man of fairly limited ability, but I'm doing the best I can with the little that I got. So cut me some fucking slack. Would you hear, Darkest Dungeon? We didn't need any additional damage on this guy, but I wanted to try and score fatal damage on that dude. We do need a big heal. We could have also used an AoE heal. No more vomiting pigs, though. And these guys both have fatal damage, so now it's time for some stress relief. Who's got it the worst? Looks like Lady Macbeth, as always, is trying to out-damn spot and wash the blood off of her hands. You know, the blood is never coming off your hands, Lady Macbeth. It's in there. It's ingrained too deeply, I'm sorry. Timely critical as well. Little bonus stress relief. These guys are both going to drop dead. Hey, we can get a with standoff.
Unforgiving.
Bought ourselves an extra turn. Actually, we're not only going to get a with standoff, we're going to get off another stress relief. Well, it's still Lady Macbeth. And everybody wins a speed roll. This is the greatest round of all time. And Jimmy the Slowpoke keels over dead. That was, like, ideal. That was perfect. We're going to burn that torch. We got to take the portrait. We really, really are sort of at an impasse when it comes. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this key. Keys are great if you have a secret room, but I don't think have we ever found a secret room on this run? I honestly don't think we have discovered a secret room yet. Maybe one. 100% of room battles, so we really got our work cut out for us here. Lady Macbeth, disarming a trap, gonna pick up a little free stress relief on the side. That's good. Sack's contents are ours. 100 gold.
The stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
You know what? I'm ditching those torches. We need another stack of gold. I know I'm shedding light in a place where I don't normally need to be shedding light. We still got a couple room battles and hallways and whatnot to dig our way through, but I think we're gonna be alright. We haven't camped yet either, so we do still have camping light available if we really want it. You're easier to kill. If our Plague Doctor can get a speed roll, well, I was gonna say we might be able to kill you before you get a chance to go if our Plague Doctor can lob a toss at you. Give me the stun, though. Perfect. This guy gets skipped, and now we can concentrate all fire on the Super Star Destroyer. Start picking that guy apart. I'm not happy with the Blight. I like having two guys in the front that can both hit. Wow, that really sucks. What the shit, man? And we're we're blighted a lot. I'm really probably shouldn't have thrown that anti-venom on the floor.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
That's, yeah. Oh, never mind. It's 2 per round. Who gives a shit? It's 8 total damage. We'll be fine.
Their formation is broken.
All we got left is the little drummer boy back here. He's gonna drums of debilitate us. 1 damage. Marked. That's not even a stress attack, so we don't really have to care. We could purge the... You know what? I would really rather just withstand here. I was thinking we could purge the corpses, push him to the front, but I really don't feel like we need to attack that man, per se. We do need to heal. Our Plague Doctor is probably going to beat him on a speed roll, and if our Plague Doctor wins that speed roll, he should have fatal damage. We're relying on you, Lady Macbeth, to get the job done here. You kind of didn't. We should have gone for the Judgment. If we could have got a Judgment to hit, we could have saved this Drums of Doom. Oh, but the triple dodge, though. All right. Lady Macbeth hoisted on her own petard, but she's the only one who suffered, and she suffered as a direct result of her own actions. So you know what? I'm sorry, Lady Macbeth, that's on you. I'm aware we also could have cured that Blight, but I want to make sure we have fatal damage on that guy before we do anything else, and now we're just playing the waiting game here. Who wins the speed roll? Death! Give me that 1,500 gold.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is...
We don't have a stack of citrines and we can't carry it, so you know what? It's gone. Possibly we should camp here. We still have a lot of fighting. You know what? We should camp because we need the inventory space. So let's feast. That gets us some healing, aggregate stress relief, both of which those are all good things. Zealous Vigil. Prevents a nighttime ambush and gets rid of your stress. Acceptable behavior. So, who has a disease? I believe, Lady Macbeth, you caught vampiric spirits. Is anyone else diseased? No, just Lady Macbeth. So, we're going to apply the leeches and get rid of Lady Macbeth's disease. This is one of the reasons I hoped that we might be able to camp at the end, because I was really, like, desirous of making sure that we would be able to get out of here without a stress. Chant. We have 3 religious people here, so we're going to get fantastic stress relief from this. Oh, it only hits 1 companion, huh? You know what? Probably not the best use. Can we self-chant? We cannot. We could quarantine. That's pretty good. We don't need to get rid of ourselves. You know what? Yeah, quarantine. That's solid stress relief. And then maybe... Oh, man, I was thinking we could experimental vapors and back up. Do we have any other heals? We could just wound care, I suppose. That's... You know what? Yeah, it's fine. And we did leave you blighted, I'm aware, Falstaff. But the first time we get into a fight, we can fix that. Do we have anything we can do with our one time? Nope. All right, we're done. Strong and powerful, coping well. Use the last of our... we're good.
In radiance, may we
no nighttime ambush.
victory.
We're going to get a bunch of extra food here. Makeshift dining table. We'll just throw some medicinal herbs at that. Kill the diseases harboring in the food. Pick up 100 extra gold. This blight, it's 2 damage of blight. Once it ticks, you know what we'll do? We'll just eat some food. It's fine. How do you fix the poison coursing through your veins? Food. The same way I fix every problem. I'm a stress eater. When my stress is high. I say stress eating there, but actually stress eater is a negative quirk you can get in Darkest Dungeon. Because stress eating isn't bad enough in the real world Darkest Dungeon. Why you gotta bring that no fun here? Oh, good. Some of this meat looks edible. To each his own. Lady Macbeth clearly is embracing freeganism. She's like, you know, most of the food that restaurants throw out is perfectly fine and it goes to waste. That's a rationalization to go digging around and eat out of a dumpster. Should have kept that key, though. Alright. We want to get the guy with the AoE blast off of his nut as quick as possible. The slice and dice. Ouch.
Grievous injury.
We took 25 stress from a random... It really feels like the amount of stress you take from, like, the occasional random critical is just kind of egregious. We're going to chop up the big guy here in front. We want him gone as quick as possible. This AoE bleed is an unacceptable attack. Mostly because it's also a stress attack, so, you know, we took a bunch of aggregate stress damage from that as well. And this guy's got 9 health left. Almost no way we're going to be able to get the kill. I'm not going to worry about healing just yet. Let's kill this man before... Good work. Leave him with 1 hit point. The ideal solution. Masterfully done. Stun wore off. Alright. Lear, thanks for mopping up the big guy.
Does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
And we're going to go... I'm not taking another attack from that guy. That shot will straight up kill him. And now we've got some time here where we could do a little stress management, which sort of feels necessary since we've taken an abundance of stress in this fight alone.
The promise of safety.
Then again, if this guy criticals us one more time, we're going to be completely porked anyway. That's fatal damage. Yeah, alright. Well, we're going to focus on healing then. Healing and stress relief for the rest of this fight. Just go ahead and, who's got the most? 20, 15, 20? You can fix yourself. I'm sorry, Leper, you're on your own. I mean, I know I could lay on hands and make you feel all better, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to touch a leper. Why don't you just withstand yourself? Endure your own ailment. This guy has fatal damage. We need to do nothing to him, and we're definitely going to battlefield bandage. That cures his bleed, also cures our bleed, and then we're going to focus, just throw some heals here. 10, 14, 19, 15. Another one for the gal in the back. Give me the big heal on our boy. Or our girl, I mean Lady Macbeth. You could still be my boy, Lady Macbeth, even though you're female. That's alright. Macbeth, you my boy.
Momentum. Push on to the
Slippery
task,
boots are pretty
men.
good. Well, you know, I say pretty good, but slippery boots are better than an extraneous vial of something we definitely didn't need. Give me these heirlooms.
If only
Press and
treasure
bus.
could staunch the flow
We want the
of
bus. We still have plenty of food. Let's just
otherworldly
eat this,
corruption.
get it gone. There we go. We'll take those bus instead. The early, you know, the camp actually may have proved to have been the right decision just from an inventory management perspective. Once again, Darkest Dungeon, I'm ambivalent about your opinion on books. Are they good? Are they bad? What? Come to a conclusion, man. Stop waffling.
Star is born.
One more room to get through. I'm going to assume this is probably the last of it. Surprise would have been nice, but instead we're going to take a power vomit. Don't get a disease. That's all I care about. We can't fix any additional diseases, so really the only thing I want you guys to do is just don't get diseased. 9 damage on the little drummer boy back there. We're going to follow that up with a tag team of blight combo. Beautiful, we got fatal damage on that guy. Rend for the old gods, nothing to worry about. Even if the bleeds stick across the board, we're still going to be fine. We're good from a damage. We're really the only thing we want is to come out of this with just a modicum of stress, just like the minimum amount. We could have gone for the J'accuse and tried to set up the double kill, but these guys have enough hit points that I don't think the J'accuse, would not have done enough damage even if it had landed. God damn it, she's going to get a disease, isn't she? Oh, no, we resisted. All right, beautiful. So we need to make sure that this little pig man in the back cannot touch us again. That's what we need to do, and there you go. Problem solved. Pig man has enough blight that he is now going to die. Fatal damage. Little dodge from Falstaff. Somebody's got to clean up these dudes in the front, but that somebody is not you, Falstaff. You're going to be doing some stress relief here. I trust our leper to mop that up. Let's go for the AoE heal, just because it gives us additional chances to crit. Criticals spell stress relief. Stress relief spells victory. Solid work, Lear. That was a palpable AoE heal right there. Now we're going to get... One of these guys is going to critical us and undo all of the quality stress relief work that we have done.
Precision.
Well, that's fatal damage. Here, we're taking another rend. All right, sweet. So we missed, but those guys also missed. Turnabout is fair play. Stress relief yourself. Falstaff could go for the J'accuse, but I'm going to trust Lady Macbeth to win a speed roll here. I'm actually going to go for the stress relief. 10, 14, 13, all right.
A momentary abatement.
Lady M catches the relief. Beat that speed roll. There's my girl. Perfect. Oh, look at it. So good.
Foolish horrors.
We have protection stones all over everywhere. But here, drink this holy water. Take the protection stone. Because we can sell or trade trinkets. Do we need that shovel? We got our scout. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, we don't need the shovels though, so get rid of those and take the crests. Seriously though, Darkest Dungeon, with the whole every single room, huh? Every possible combination of rooms, you're gonna make me go visit them all, huh? Get the trifecta of room battles? Alright. Might as well go in fully healed. There's no compelling reason not to. We're not gonna be able to sell that food back for enough cash that it'll be worthwhile to hold on to it. Top light, got the surprise. Let's get some kills on these pig beasts. Alright, that guy is dead. As long as our blight sticks, we are good. So that's one down. We're gonna have to take one attack from the pigmen. One attack from the pigmen would be a great name for a punk band, man. One attack from the pigmen. Perfect. We walked out with bulimia. Brilliant. Fan-friggin-tastic. All I cared about was that we didn't get a disease, and now Falstaff is also, Falstaff and bulimia, by the way, is just wildly and laughably inappropriate. What does bulimia actually do? Oh, minus 20% to healing skills. Well, that's barely worth curing. This guy already has fatal damage, so we don't have to do anything really per se to him. Let's go for the AoE heal just for the aggregate stress relief. See? Free stress. Never mind, the critical didn't heal any. Fix your own stress. I know you're terribly worried about the bulimia, Falstaff. But honestly, you know what? I think it's going to be good for your figure. It gets you back into that girlish shape you're so proud of. 2 shovels and 150 gold. Well, we have no use for the shovels. We're going to continue our adventures. Let's touch the squidgy tentacle. Perfect. The ideal end to capping that off. Just delightful.
Their squeals fade.
I'm not going to complain, though. All things considered, that was a hugely successful mission, and I think we may have walked out of it with less stress than we went into it with. And more importantly, we got a pretty solid haul of heirlooms here. Resolve EXP for Lady Macbeth and Perdita, which is the most important thing. Scattering is not good. Stress faster? Alright, so man, Falstaff is really coming along with some serious eating disorders. Doesn't eat when he's freaked out. He's the opposite of a stress eater. And also just, you know, every time he does eat, he has to immediately go purge. Be like binge and purge, binge and purge, binge and purge.
Shone, and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
Anything good down in the old wagon? Oh, our roster is full, actually. Wouldn't mind picking up another occultists. We still got a couple people who need names as well. Do we have sufficient for upgrades? We unfortunately do not have anything sufficient for upgrades, so... I mean, other than getting rid of the Red Plague for Othello, which I kind of feel like we should do, I don't really want to send him into battle with the Red Plague, which means our ace team is going to be sidelined, so as much as we might like to go on a veteran mission, we're not going to be able to. That's okay, though. We've got like a number of level 2 team here. Do we have like the foundations of an actual team? We're close. Falstaff, Launce, and Prospero would not be terrible together. What we really need to do, I think, is maybe find Caliban, Rosencrantz, Hippolyta, and like a 4th member here. Maybe we could do something with Romeo and Juliet on our next mission. I really want to get those two back in the mix so I can watch them die, because I fucking hate Romeo and Juliet. That's probably what we'll do. But that'll happen next episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you want to see the inevitable deaths of Romeo and Juliet, probably self-inflicted, probably as a result of their own profound stupidity, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of Darkest Dungeon every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, thanks very much for watching. See you again soon.